Markets are an amazing, unbiased way of seeing real-time customer feedback.
It's not always about sales that day, it's just about networking and getting your name out there.
Market days are super exciting for me. I like to go into every market with a positive mindset because at the end of the day, there's always something that I will learn or gain from a market. And this isn't to say I don't have sales goals or expectations, but it's not the only thing I'm focused on when I'm going to a market. By attending markets, I'm able to build a presence in my local community, connect and build friendships with fellow small business owners and vendors. I get to connect with my customers in person. I get feedback on my products as well. And I also get to collect content for social media.
Pop-up markets are a great way to get your name out there, get your brand recognition. I notice that I get like repeat customers from there, or I'm able to give my business card at the markets and then people can order online later.
Value of markets for me is getting my brand out there to a community. I was able to get real-time feedback on any items or new launches.
It was a great opportunity to just get yourself out there and make those sales that are going to help you with your daily cash flow.
And also by going to markets, I'm able to get a visual representation of who is shopping my products and what my customer base is. And then with that information, you can take it and tailor your marketing online, your marketing in person, and just really target a certain demographic of people.
It helps me find my customers in person. I get to meet everybody in real life, and then I can see like what does well, what do people like? What do they want to see from me? It's also a good chance to create social content. I film a lot of videos.
At markets, shoppers tell you everything that you want to hear. What they like, what they don't like, products that they're gravitating towards.
You'll get immediate feedback. And many people are not shy to offer unsolicited advice on what you're working on, what your products look like, what the packaging is. Sometimes it can actually be useful for driving new ideas.
For choosing markets, I would say you can look how they market the market online.
So I only attend well-marketed, well-organized, and high-trafficked markets.
I think the best thing you can do to start is just to network, get in your community, and talk to other small business friends that have done the local markets that you're curious about, that you're interested in.
I tend to do a lot better at makers markets, of course, because my stuff is art products.
So I took about a year to attend nearly a market every single weekend. It was a lot, but I did that so I could determine which markets I really wanted to continue to go to and which ones performed the best for me. I've personally found that street fairs and holiday markets do the best for my business and my products, so those are the markets I continue to go to and continue to seek out.
I feel like my strategy going into it is just to do them all. And my rule of thumb here is always to try to do the same market twice to really understand if it's actually a good or a bad market. I mainly focus on the holiday time period when people love to gift items and have stocking stuffers. When I have new launches that are very specific to each season. For example, if I had a summer specific sticker set, I want to make sure that I have a market around that time to launch those products and see how people react to it.
We can't forget that markets are a really fun way for your brand to express itself beyond an Instagram, TikTok, beyond your actual website.
So I like my market stall to be as much of a visual representation of my brand as possible. For me, this means incorporating my logo and my brand colors in my tablecloths, my painted display pieces, and then my products from VistaPrint, such as my table runner, banner, business cards, and shopping bags.
For my market setup, I prioritize making sure that my table is not only eye-catching, but also memorable. I want to be able to stand out in a sea of other vendors, other tables at the market. So when you first enter my table, you'll see a bright pink and blue logo on a table runner that I made on VistaPrint. And that's something that really makes people come into your table.
I also love having like the tent be kind of my store, my world, and you guys can just like walk into it.
When I first started off, all I had was an unbranded colored tablecloth that matched my brand with my products being really the star focused. I love that VistaPrint has all these accessible solutions that allow you to express your brand in so many ways, whether it's through postcards, business cards, stickers, tablecloth, custom signage that just really help you to tell that story and invite people into that world.
I also like to wear branded logo merch from VistaPrint to my markets, such as sweatshirts, hats, and jackets. This is actually the sweatshirt that I wear to my markets. It has my logo embroidered on it.
I have VistaPrint banners. I use a tent top banner, which is my favorite when I'm using my tent. That helps you stand out from the sea of like white tents. And I got an 8x4 banner, and it's double-sided because I know my back is exposed sometimes when I'm doing events with the tent.
I also have the beautiful fabric banner by VistaPrint that says "We Cry a Lot." It's just been a great way to elevate, but also have this very eye-catching message that draws people into your space.
When it comes to actually displaying your products, it's super helpful to have dimensions, so you can do shelving, grid walls, anything that kind of elevates your products. You just really want to catch the eyes of your customers as they're walking by.
I also got an A-frame from VistaPrint, and I love that one as well. I can either put it in the aisle if the event's like big enough. I have a table runner. I like to just have some sort of signage on my table. That's always helpful too. I also get my business cards printed with VistaPrint. People still grab business cards. And then I also get these die cut stickers, and I give them out as freebies, and it's a good way to get your brand out there. I have like my business name on it, my website there, and then my @ here for social media.
I like to have very interactive, rummageable table setup. I have a spinning card display so that they can look through, but then also having a box for my stickers so that they can sift through each of the designs.
Some of my must-haves include a battery bank to charge devices and my point of sale system, shopping bags, business cards, snacks, water. I like to bring a cart to carry things in and out of the market.
If you're having a small weekend market, you're usually setting up the day of the event, taking down the same day, and depending, it could be an indoor space, an outdoor space, so weather dependent.
A windy and/or rainy market day results in a low attendance and damaged products. Rain, you might think, is worse than wind, but from experience, wind is the worst.
Some markets, I have been like nonstop checking people out, busy. Like those are the best, but also really draining, but super fulfilling. And then there's other markets on the other hand where it's so slow. I'm just wondering if we'll even make the feedback. If anything, you can use the slow ones to make content.
Even when it's the same market, it's a different day, different environment. There are so many factors that are going to affect your market day.
You know, the average market day is bursts of traffic and slower periods, having conversations that can last 45 minutes with a really great customer to very quick interactions where people come in, they know exactly what they want, they check out, and they're on their way.
When a customer enters my booth at a market, I like to greet them and then kind of step back and let them shop. So I just want to treat them the way that I would want to be treated if I was a shopper.
Also, you might want to get a helper. I've never done a market by myself.
And then having a helper is nice. I always bring my husband with me and he can relieve me when I need to go to the bathroom or just take a mental break or have some lunch. It's very nice knowing that someone else can handle things and man the booth while I take a little break.
During those slower moments, you're often having these little side conversations with your neighbors, kind of help each other out throughout the day. So if you have to run, someone can keep an eye on your stuff.
Recommend starting small. Don't feel like you need to buy a ton of display pieces and expensive equipment. Honestly, it's better not to, because as you attend markets, you're gonna figure out how you want to display your pieces and what might be the best method. It's been fun to grow and enjoy the process of expanding my market booth.
I always say there's so much to benefit from participating in a market. If it's not sales, it's building relationships with vendors, customers, really understanding your demographic more, making new content.
Each market does have a booth fee, and no, there is no guarantee to even make the money back. It's not always about sales. It's about getting out there and networking and practicing, like talking about your products and showing them, displaying them,
Try to have an opportunity for email collection. This is a great opportunity to connect with people, and maybe if they're not ready to purchase today, this could be a great lead because you made that connection, and maybe a month later or a year down the line, you might reconnect.
I also really recommend doing a mock setup either in your living room or in your backyard. This will just make sure that everything is the way you want it before market day.
People come in, sometimes maybe they're just interested in one of our games, but as soon as you have the bundle offer with the gift wrap, it just starts getting customers thinking, maybe I can get a game for my friend, maybe for my mom. What might seem like a marketing expense can actually be a very important driver for sales and for increasing your average order value. Hydrate and make sure you got some good snacks ready to go.
Stay hydrated, wear good standing shoes because you stand a lot. Bring a chair if you can.
I feel like markets have given me confidence in more ways than one. Confidence when it comes to talking to customers and people in general.
Doing a market, that's already a huge win, and not really focus too much on the numbers, because I feel like you'll learn so much from each and every market that you attend, and the sales will just come later on.